From LALATE News headquarters in Santa Monica, this is the Midday Report on LALATE.
It's a big midday here, live from Santa Monica with your fourth stimulus check update of 2021 and a recording you have never seen like this until today. As now Jayalapal comes out and says she's giving you a monthly stimulus check, the world exclusive in this recording. If you're going with the running count, here we go. Coons, Sanders, Warren, Schumer, Casey, and Wyden tell viewers of this channel exclusively they're giving you a monthly stimulus check, IRS, in the recon. Then we now have AOC yesterday and Jayalapal today, as viewer after viewer have been pushing and advocating for a stimulus check. I have all the incredible details at noontime in this recording. Then we cut to the big exciting details of the first 645 pages of that reconciliation budget bill. Checks of all kind. Checks for seniors, checks for workers, checks for vehicles, checks for college students, hazard pay, and more across the board. Then we go to cluster number 2. That'll have money to weatherize your home, because guess what? Purple Hawks are about to bounce. And then we go to cluster number 3, the president's cluster. Lots of checks for seniors and also for workers. Then, out of nowhere, comes IRS Treasury saying that they have another $13 billion of checks for you. What's going on? I have all the incredible details, because guess what? It's a huge noontime with another $13 billion, world exclusives, more money for rent and utilities. It's just heating up. And guess what? It's a big, bold, beautiful day. I'm excited you're here. Let's get to the world exclusive you're only hearing on this channel, because this is LALATE. Hey, good noontime, everybody. I hope you're having a beautiful day across the globe. It has gotten cooler because weather is getting chilly along the coast in Santa Monica, California. In this first stimulus check update of 2021, we'll go over the comments that Coons, Sanders, Warren, Schumer, Casey, and Wyden's offices have told viewers of this channel. You're getting a fourth stimulus check under the recon. Then we have AOC and Jayalapal, breaking news, world exclusive you're only hearing from this channel, and their viewers of this channel pushing, advocating across the board. We'll have all the incredible details in this recording. Then we cut to the 645 pages of that reconciliation budget bill. Checks for all kinds of items. Checks for workers, checks for vehicles, checks for also seniors and SSI and SSDI. I have all the deliciousness in this recording. Cluster 1, Cluster 2, and Cluster number 3. We'll be cutting to fifth stimulus, but then the big shocker that no one saw, an additional $13 billion for money for rent and utilities, as every single state will have money for rent and utilities starting next week, and mortgage. It's a big noontime, and this is LALATE, America's only 24-hour day, 7 days a week financial news channel in America. Thank you for the incredible subscriber growth over the last week and the incredible viewership, because guess what? We're moving mountains. I want you part of this incredible family. Hit that subscribe button right now. Like the video, 3,000 likes, and consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, or Calcino VIP. Big shows all throughout the day, with afternoons LA at 1, 3, and then evenings at 5, and then we have a show every hour on the hour starting at 5 o'clock. But let's get right into the world exclusive starting right now. Jayalapal saying to a viewer of this channel, yes. Earlier today on Morning's Countdown, Janice in the live chat said, I called every congressperson and I called Jayalapal, and their staff said, yes, they're doing a fourth stimulus in there. Wow. It started no less than 8 weeks ago when WR, a longtime viewer of this channel, picked up the phone and advocated for a stimulus check, as I said to do, and picked up the phone and called Senator Chris Coons, Democrat, Delaware, Joe Biden's oldest confidant. And Senator Chris Coons said, yes, I'm doing a monthly stimulus check for you. Then came the advocacy from Brother Joshua to Senator Bernie Sanders' office. They said, yes, monthly stimulus IRS check. That's monthly, $1,000 to $1,400 per month, 3 to 6 months. but needs to hear your support. And you stepped up, and boy, did you step up. It started with Donnie, and then the snowballing continued thereafter. Viewer after viewer started picking up the phone and advocating for a stimulus check, and Donnie calling and saying, I need it, my community needs it, I need it for water and everything, advocating, being told yes by Bernie Sanders' office. Then Hurricane Tina advocating for it, being told yes. Then Carolyn Smith, in a wonderful advocacy on Morning's Countdown, our 7 a.m. show 2 days ago, said, I need it. People are losing their homes. And Sanders' office said, yes, we're doing it for those people. We agree. And then people really took notice when Will went beyond, over and beyond. Now viewers are picking up the phone and calling multiple offices, as Will did. I spent the day yesterday calling around. I called Senator Bernie Sanders, Senator Elizabeth Warren, and Chuck Schumer's offices. And all three secretaries confirmed, yes, there's a stimulus check in there. I explained my situation. I advocated and why I need a forced stimulus check. And Elizabeth Warren's office said they will be doing $1,400 to $2,000 for 6 to 12 months. Bonnie was in the live chat yesterday. She said she almost choked on celebration when she heard 6 to 12 months for Liz Warren. Lorica got the phone call into Casey's office. Senator Casey's office not only said they're doing it, but they're negotiating the deal terms right now. And then if you saw it yesterday, I delivered the world exclusive as viewers did now what I told them to do. Move from Senate to over to House, and that is what Paul did. Got AOC on the phone and AOC's office on the phone and got staffer and confirmed, yes, they agree. Advocation works. After advocating for a stimulus check, Paul got the confirmation, $1,000 a month for 12 months. There you go. The running total, Coons, Sanders, Warren, Schumer, Casey, Wyden. Coons to WR, Sanders to Brother Joshua, Warren to countless viewers across the board, including Will. Then Schumer to Will, Casey to Lorica, and Wyden to Yaya. AOC to Paul, and now Jayala Paul to the viewer this morning. And this is what we do, because this is what LALATE advocates for. Your money. Let's turn to the first 645 pages of that reconciliation budget bill, and boy, there is a lot of checks in there. The first 645 pages of the reconciliation budget bill have been released, and there is check after check. There are checks for hazard pay, MSC, checks for seniors, checks for workers, $51,000 of monthly stimulus checks, checks for cars, vehicles, trucks, bikes, and also for your home and your education. Let's go over all the incredible details. First, introduction. Everything in forced stimulus recon is not COVID related, so it is not an eligibility based upon COVID. Remember that. So what's the first check in there? Hazard pay for essential workers. Oh boy. In 2020, this place was the biggest advocacy for hazard pay with nearly 300 videos. And finally, we got it into third stimulus. Third stimulus got hazard pay in there by taking a modification of a very old tax code called the Earned Income Tax Credit, broadening the eligibility so more people are eligible, and increasing the money. Now they're making this a lifetime. Wow. So if you work as an essential worker every year over the next few years and you fall within the eligibility, you get this Earned Income Tax Credit. Second check. Big surprise. Not on my radar. No one was hearing about it. It came from Representative Richard Neal, head of the Ways and Means Committee. Up to $4,000 a year if you're a care provider for a senior. Wow, this is huge for a lot of viewers. So if you're a care provider, this may be you. Up to $4,000 a year, and guess what? They're doing the flip side. If you're a care provider for a child, up to $4,000 a year. Deliciousness. Then how about money for my students? Yes, they're doing the Pell's Grant, and now tax-free grants for the colleges and grants directly to you. How about your home? Oh boy, yes. They're going to give you money if you're in a low-income community to repair the home. And then $51,000 of monthly stimulus checks, MSCs, yes. If you're a family and you have a child and that child is newborn and you're a low-income family, guess what? This is you. Up to $300 a month. How many months? Well, if you remain a low-income family, the new forced stimulus will pay you up to $300 a month per child, per year, for up to 18 years, which is $51,000 a child, $51,000 of MSCs. Incredible. Then, how about money for a bike, a car, a truck? I got that as well. If you want to go buy a new electric bike, the federal government will pick up the price tag of 15% of it. You want to buy a new electric vehicle for your personal use? Up to $7,500 the federal government will pay you for it. Want to buy a new vehicle for business use? Yes, the federal government will pick up the price tag a little bit more than $7,500. And what about electric truck for business use? Yes, that as well. They're for the major three auto manufacturers, and they're trying to negotiate still for the import manufacturers. Wow, just a lot of checks in that first 645 pages. But why 645 pages? Let me explain the details right now. This is the first 645 pages of what would be upwards of an 8,000-page bill that the Democrats are going to prove who writes it and how do they agree upon. Let's go over the details. The Democrats are negotiating about all these provisions behind closed doors, not on TV, not on C-SPAN, and not on TikTok. No, not on TikTok. They are doing it in their offices on the phone, having a cup of coffee. And once they agree upon a provision, they say, go write it. $4,000 a year to care provider? Yeah, go write it. 15% for a bike? Yeah, go write it. Once they agree upon it, they go write it. And these are the first 645 pages that they agreed upon. But guess what? We already know some of the other pages, and I'm going to go over them in just a second. Cluster number 2 are 12 checks that include everything for more money for your home, even $1,700 a week if you have to stay home from work. Cluster number 3 are checks for seniors and checks for workers and checks for free internet and prescription medication. Those are the checks the president wants, and there may be other clusters. Those are just the clusters I know. I'm going to be going over them in just a second. But let's turn to the big shocker that no one saw coming. An extra $13 billion. Wow, this is third stimulus. The federal government has identified an extra $13 billion that's going out to cities, counties, and states this week for rent, utilities, mortgage assistance under third stimulus. This is huge. So if you've reached out to all 6 of the 6 places I detail in my videos of where to get rent, utility, mortgage assistance, and they said, sorry, we just ran out of money, guess what? 100% of all states and all counties will have money in the next few days. There won't be a single place that won't have the money. Treasury said that incredible statement saying, we are excited to send out this money. This is part of the allocation of third stimulus. Treasury is happy to provide the states and local governments this additional resources to provide Americans in need of rental assistance. I'll be going over more about that later in this video, but it's time for some more checks. Let's cut to cluster number 2 checks under the fourth stimulus recon. Cluster number 2 are the 12 checks that the Democrats talk about every single day. So they're getting in there. They're just going over the terms, the amounts, and the percentages. Check number 1, expansion of paid family and medical leave. What is that? Paid family leave. You have to stay at home from work because your spouse is pregnant. Paid medical leave. You have to stay at home from work because your son broke his leg. How much does it pay? A lot. Under third stimulus, they were going to do $1,700 a week if you make $70,000 or more per year. Well, let's split it in half. $35,000 a year income, then $800 a week. Let's split it in half again. $15,000 a year's annual income, then the federal government will pay you up to $400 a week to stay home for work if you have those 2 events. How do you get paid? The federal government give it to the employer who will then give it to you. Wow. Next check is expansion of child care programs. Check number 3, household tax credits expanded, including child tax credit. Then check number 4, weatherization of your home. This is great news, especially when the purple hawks are above the sky. Weatherization of your home is if you're in a community that is a low income, if you're in a zone that is prone to big weather events like hurricanes, tornadoes, fires. This is huge because this is a second check for your home. We saw one under the cluster number 1. Then we have lots of checks for education. Universal pre-kindergarten, totally free, being picked up by the federal government. The next one I personally love. There's always someone who says, I don't understand that LA. He just talks a little weird. He has a strange sort of voice and accent. Well, guess what? The federal government will allow you, pick up the tab for you to go to a local community college to take 101, what is LA saying? Pardon my French. It's what is LA, the world saying? 101. It's the introductory course. Free community college, tuition free across the states. Incredible. Then there'll also be checks for Affordable Care Act subsidies and checks for green energy. Wow. Lots and lots of checks. The incredible detail is that all these checks are getting done in the next few days. They're going over the terms and conditions, how much, the percentages, and putting it into the bill. And one of the checks that clusters we heard a lot of is cluster number 3. We've been hearing this for days from the president. Let's go over cluster number 3 right now and go over 2 of them that are even nearly automatic. Cluster number 3, the president's checks. Free school meals for all checks. Tax break checks. Cheaper prescription medication checks. Then checks for farmers. Checks for free internet. Checks for clean energy. Then checks for workers like independent contractors. Checks for seniors like checks for dental. Checks for vision. Checks for hearing care. And lowering the eligibility age for seniors. Wow, for Medicare. Now, 2 of those checks are automatic. 1, prescription medication. How will this work? You go into a pharmacy. Let's say you're paying $30 for a prescription, usually. You go in this Monday, you pay another $30. And this becomes law the next day. Then when you go to refill that prescription, you may see that prescription $10. Suddenly, there's an extra $20 bill in your wallet because you don't have to spend it on that prescription medication. The president's very keen on this because he wants to have an immediate impact on you, and this one does it. Number 2, the free internet. How's this going to work? The federal government is going to give fortunes to the local cities and counties so that they say, hey, we have a new internet company here, the city we own, and we're going to provide you free internet. Just prove you're a citizen or resident, and here's the username and password for the Wi-Fi connection. And there you go. Boy, it's getting delicious, but in the second half of this video, it's getting even better. We're going to go over what the senators and the House members have said to viewer after viewer after viewer of this channel. We'll go over what the advocacy of this channel has gotten viewers, because advocacy is what gets you the money. We'll go over the comments from Coons, Sanders, Warren, Schumer, Casey, and Wyden to the viewers of this channel. Then we'll go over the comments from AOC and Jayalapal staff to viewers of this channel. The deliciousness doesn't end then, because we'll be cutting it to the big $13 billion land in your cities and counties and states. And what this means for you, it's a lot of moolah. Then we'll be cutting to FIST stimulus, which is still paying out, and the big surprise of the nonprofits that are now picking up things for everything from brand new refrigerators, even paying for furnaces. Wow. And then you'll hear world exclusive only on this recording, as I'll go over what's going on this coming week, because the House is back in session, and with them back in session, there's a big fascinating twist. I'll tell you that. It's in the second half of this video. So with that, stay with me. I'll be back with you in 60 seconds as Noontime LA continues. If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.la.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LALATE Daily for the excitement of the new LALATE live daily. The excitement starts on mornings LALATE at 9 a.m. Home LALATE returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons LALATE at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LALATE. And the excitement continues right now at noontime, live from Santa Monica, as the excitement's growing, as the Purple Hawks are pouncing and advocating like you've never seen before. We'll go over the comments from Coons, Sanders, Warren, Schumer, Casey, and Wyden's offices to viewers of this channel. And for the first time at noontime, Jayalapal's office says yes, they're doing it as well. This is huge because Jayalapal is the #1 force for those MSC IRS checks. We'll be cutting to AOC's comments as well. Then we'll be cutting over to the big exciting details of fifth stimulus, and then the additional success of the nonprofits out of nowhere. They're now paying big sums of money. We'll be cutting back to Congress, and a big new set of exclusives I got for you coming up for this coming week, because guess what? It's going to be deliciousness. But first, let's turn to the big exciting details of what's happening in the third stimulus, and this is Noontime LALATE. So subscribe. I want you part of this incredible family. This has been the biggest growth of this channel in nearly 3 months this last week. I want you part of this incredible family. Viewers are doing incredible stuff, and we are doing incredible stuff as part of this community. So subscribe. 400,000 subscribers, a YouTube record. Like the video, 3,000 likes. Consider becoming a member. The link is under the video, Purple Hawk, Purple Power Casino VIP, and sign up for those LA alerts. Meantime, join me at 1 o'clock on Afternoons LA. This video will automatically take you there. Let's turn to the big exciting details of an additional $13 billion that the Treasury Secretary said, I got for you. And guess what? Every single county and state will have a new fund of money for rent and utilities everywhere. There won't be a single place that won't have it. This is huge. Let's turn to the money for rent right now. When we were first talking about the money that rent viewers can get on this channel, it was $20,000 a month ago. It is now $40,000. We've had nearly a half dozen viewers get over $30,000 of rent in the last few days. Jen on Wednesday got nearly $40,000 of rent. Let's look at the other sums of money that people are getting for rent, because guess what? The numbers keep on going bigger and bolder. Jen had nearly $40,000 of rent. When we talk about utilities, we're at $5,000. Guess what? Mark's brother-in-law got $15,000 2 days ago. When we talk about SNAP, the numbers have gone from $5,000 to now $21,000 for Mark's brother-in-law. I'm going to show you how to get this big sum of money. And a new twist at noontime. Get that pen, paper, and cell phone ready. Here we go. Here's some introductory remarks. I'm going to show you 6 places to reach out to. Reach out to all 6. Don't reach out to 1 of 6. Reach out to 6 of 6. They have different eligibility. They also have their own pot of money. Number 2, listen to the keywords I say in this video. Number 3, also, there's a big surprise coming up in a second. All right, here we go. I'm going to show you the 6 places you reach out to. Your city hall, your city house authority. Your county hall, your county house authority. Your state hall, and your state house authority. And the keywords you're going to say are rent assistance because of COVID, mortgage or utility assistance because of COVID. There you go. Let's say those 6 places again. City hall, city house authority. County hall, county house authority. State hall, state house authority. Now, the big news is that every county and every state will absolutely have money in the next few days. Some got it last week. It's a $13 billion cash infusion. You need to call right away. So if you called before and you were told we're out of money, call them again and say, I want to be on the waiting list. If they don't have a waiting list, say, can I call you tomorrow? I want to know when you have that money. I want to apply because I called you before. You said you're out of money. You're going to have the money. If you're a Purple Hawk or Purple Power member, the link is under the video. In today's new mailing or tomorrow's new mailing, I'm going to show you daily the nonprofits and also this $13 billion cash infusion, so you're up to date about it, so you know what to say when you call. Also understand that you need to contact all utility companies. So if you have 5 utilities, reach out to all 5. And then here comes the big surprise. The nonprofits. I did hundreds of videos in fall of 2020 and early 2021 showing viewers every single state was getting paid rent, utilities, and food from a different set of fund. It's the nonprofits. And I brought them back in the mix about 3 days ago, unknowing whether they're still paying. Oh boy, are they paying. One viewer within 24 hours said, LA, I just saw your video where you talked about United Way. I called up the phone. They said, no one's contacting us about rent. They said, I'm first in line. I'm probably going to get paid. Another viewer yesterday said, I got a brand new furnace and a brand new refrigerator and my window fixed because of one of the nonprofits. Thank you, LA. So here are the 5 nonprofits. They do different things at different places. Here you go. United Way, Salvation Army, Community Action, Catholic Charities, and St. Vincent de Paul. Here again are the 5 nonprofits. United Way, Community Action, United Way, Salvation Army, Community Action, Catholic Charities, and St. Vincent de Paul. Wow, and there you go. Let's turn now to SNAP. SNAP is money for food. You get it from Department of Agriculture, and the money is going bigger and bolder than ever before. Mark's brother-in-law got $21,000, but now he's sitting on top of $26,000. How do you get it? Department of Agriculture. It's money for food. And how much is it going to pay? It's going to raise your benefits up an average of 25% lifetime automatically starting in October across the country. Now, here's something to explain because I know it's been confusing. Some of you are getting a letter saying, hi, your benefits are going down. That is because the 2 executive orders that raise your benefits are expiring in September. You're first going to get a letter that says your benefits are going to go down. Then you're going to get a second letter that says your benefits are going to go up an average of 25% lifetime. Wow. The next 2 checks are the money refunds from for your unemployment. First, from the state. States are refunding checks back due to overpayment of unemployment benefits due to computer error. Average payment is $2,000 to $5,000. Reach out to your state for tracking. Then the next pot of the money is the money coming back from the federal government due to payment of your unemployment benefits. IRS is sending back the check that you paid the unemployment benefits checks on. The average payment is anywhere from $2,000 to $1,200. Margaret got it, Michael got it, and you can track it on irs.gov. For more information about that, jump in the live chat and post your success stories for rent, utilities, foods, and internet you've gotten, and wow. Meantime, if you've not become a Purple Hawk, what are you doing? Daily, I deliver viewers a breakdown of all the big money on the first, second, and third stimulus for you. And yes, with that new cash infusion, there's a lot more money available for you. Then it's important to understand that in addition to that daily newsletter, I'm now including the nonprofits and also the $13 billion cash infusion. So consider becoming a Purple Hawk. The link is in the video, and away we go. We go into the final 15 minutes of this video with the big exciting details of what the Democratic caucus has been doing. Boy, I have never seen anything so incredible as this. With now Schumer, Coons, Warren, Sanders, Casey, and Wyden joined by AOC and Jayalapal. Let's go over all the details of this starting right now, and it started 8 weeks ago. 8 weeks ago, the excitement started when the details came in that you had to really push for a stimulus. And at that time, I told viewers of this channel, pick up the phone and advocate. Advocate for a stimulus check. Pick up the phone and advocate. And at that time, I said it was important to advocate for that stimulus check. But along the way, and more details will be featured later today. Stay informed, stay focused, and stay with LA for more. Okay, I'm coming.
Push on the floor, damn it! What are you doing? So I can push on something to help you.
I don't need you to push on. I'll lift you up.
I'll
lift you up.
Okay, I have nothing to push on. I'm gonna fall down. Go ahead.
Is your arm okay?
Yeah, my arm's okay.
What's wrong?
No, I'm alright. That motherfucker.
What happened? Something. You slid?
Yeah, I think. Okay. I can be up on trampoline. Goddamn shit, the back of the refrigerator. I'm never doing that again. I couldn't get that thing there. Okay, I'm just stiff. Son of a bitch. I hope not. I don't know. So sorry. God. Damn corner. Couldn't get that thing in the bottom. Way in the back of the refrigerator and I fell backwards. I'm alright. Stiff. This floor's all wet. Be careful. That's why I tripped. Yeah, the floor's wet. Ah. Damn it anyway. Oh, man. Oh. Oh. God almighty. Oh, I'm back. I'm fine, just stiff. Ooh, Jesus Christ. Oh. I guess there's no pies or cake, so. Just me. Oh. Oh my God. Never getting anything in the back of the refrigerator again. Can't reach it, it's too far for me. Gotta break my back. Son of a bitch. Damn it, anyway. There's salad here and there's the crab cake. That's all I could eat. I didn't eat any of the stuffed pepper.